Hi, this is Tom. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to go through the process for uh, deploying um, a web app. So I'm going to both make one and deploy one. And I'm making one from one I already have, which is a really good way of going about it. Um, okay, so I'm going to start here. I'm going to go to Gemini. So this is the app that I currently have, which is the 1960s Trivia Challenge app. Um, so you can see how it works. It'll ask you a series of questions, see how well you did out of 10. And I've got um, 4 sets of 10 in this app. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a 70s app out of this. So I'll just say, please make a 1970s version of the 1960s trivia app. Keep everything the same except for the questions title, etc. Okay, and I think that's clear enough instructions. So to keep everything the same, I'm going to say i.e. number of questions. Okay, there, that's everything I want. All right, so I don't think it'll take it very long to make this. So it might take more than a few seconds. While it's doing this, I'll just go through what I'm going to do, what the steps are. All right. So the steps are, once it creates the game, I'm going to create a folder for it. Actually, I can do that now while it's doing this. All right. So I have a folder set up for the repository, and I'll talk about the details of this in some other video. But here I just want to go through the process. So I'm going to create a new folder, and the folder will be 70s Trivia Challenge. Okay, so now I have a spot for the file once it's created it. Okay, we'll go back to, let's see if it's done yet. No, it's still working on it. All right, so once, okay, it looks like it's finishing up. Right, okay, so that was quick. All right, so you can see it'll work the same way as the other one. It's got a new set of questions, and I'll just click on a couple of them just to make sure it's working. Let's see, Camp David Accords. I don't know what this is, but I'm going to guess 1980. All right, 78. All right, let's see, I'll do a couple more. Space Invader, no idea what year that was. Okay, and then I'll do one more. Which movie? Shark. Okay, that one I know. That one's Jaws. All right, so it looks like it's working. So I'm going to go to the code here. And by the way, I'm using Gemini Advanced 2.5 Pro, the regular chat session. It's got the canvas that you can preview your code with, like I was showing. Highly recommend this. And so I've got the code. I'm going to grab the code, and I'm going to go to Notepad, and I will save the code as index.html. So it'll need to be that name for the setup that I'm using, which uses a static site to deploy publicly. So I'm going to go from 60s to 70s. So here's 70s. All right, I'll save this. All right. So now I'm going to go to PowerShell. I'm on Windows. And I'm in the right place. So this is mono for self-contained apps. That's where I want to be. I'll go to the file structure here. So I've got my documents and then mono repo for self-contained apps. That's the name of the repo in GitHub. And then I just added my subfolder here for the 70s Trivia Challenge. So from here, I'm going to commit and push my app. So I'll start with get status and make sure that it finds it. It did. And then I'll do add. Okay. And now I'll do my commit. And I already did the same thing for 60. That's why I've got everything here already. And then push it. Okay. Now it's pushed. So it's on GitHub. So I will go to GitHub. And I am just going to verify that it's here. Okay, so here it is, 70s Trivia Challenge. All right, that looks good. Now I'll go to Render. So here's Render. And I'm going to look for, well, I need a, sorry about that. Here we are, settings. Okay, this is a little unintuitive, but this is so Render is a free hosting service, and I'll do an app sometime on how Render works. But there's a number of different hosting services you can use, and Render is the one that I use, and I like it because it's fast is one thing. Yes, I'm using the free version. Been really happy with it, and when I say fast, I mean the builds are fast. You'll see as I do it here. And it's pretty easy to use. Some of the things are a little unintuitive, but once you get used to it, it's quite easy to use. All right, so I want to do a new static site. Okay, so for the static site, I'm going to use, I don't remember if I have this. Whoa! No, all right. That's a no. If I had... I'm going to use the same name for everything here for the folder. I'm going to connect to self-contained HTML apps. That's the name of my repo. And then I will put the name of the folder for the name of my site. And I will use that as the root directory. And then for here, okay, this is the setup to make this work. I'll talk about this in detail some other video. And now I'm just going to deploy the static site. And you can see how fast this whole process is. It's going to build it now. Shouldn't take it long at all to build it. And then it'll tell me my site is live. And then it'll be ready to go. Should just be a few more seconds. So to go through these, there it is, it's live. All right. Don't even have to kill any time. There we go. And here's the app. And now it's up. So this is on the internet. This is a URL. Anyone can use it. And the whole thing just took a few minutes. So to go through the steps were, I created the new app on Gemini. Once I had the app, I could test it within Gemini, make sure it was working. Then the next step was I needed to save it in my folder structure under the new app, 70s Trivia Challenge with index.html. Has to be that name. And then from PowerShell, I committed the code and pushed it to my repository on GitHub. On GitHub, I checked to make sure everything looked good, that it was here. Then I went to render, and then on render, I created the new static site and built and deployed the app. Okay, well, I hope that was useful. And again, I can go through each of the steps in detail, but here I just want to show how easy and quick it was to do this. And thanks for watching, and until next time.